Welcome to the basement. So as you guys may have seen, we have recently been teasing, showing little clips, and even featuring it in videos, a new studio, the basement. We've put a lot of time and effort into this over the last little bit, and we've organized it to how we really feel a good man cave studio gun room should really be laid out and set up for your everyday basement operator. So in today's video, I kind of want to give you guys a rundown of our basement, and talk a little bit about why we bought things, why we picked things out, and show off some things that we find important to have. So let's talk a little bit about the philosophy of the room and how we have this thing set up and why we have it set up. But before we do, I think it's important to talk about where we came from in the beginning of it all. So originally, the very first video was filmed on a kitchen table in my apartment in college. And then it gradually got bigger, and I filmed in a corner in my apartment in college with a desk. And then it grew to the first air quotes studio where we had maybe like a little bit of back area and it was lit by some lighting. And then we graduated into the basement, the very first the basement. And then we started to film a lot of outdoor content. And as we started to film a lot of these outdoor videos, we realized that we couldn't control lighting as well as we would like for a lot of the photography stuff that we do and a lot of the videography stuff that we do outside of the normal videos. Secondly, and probably most importantly, we wanted a functional, usable space for all of our tactical equipment, and not to mention safe. So as you see, we have a lot of firearms here. It was becoming unmanageable, and we needed a good way to display it for you guys so that we could show it off, and then also maintain safety, maintain workability, the ability to, build out firearms as we needed to build them out. And we also wanted a space we could collaborate in. So that was kind of the influence for a lot of the stuff that you see here. So let's start right into it then. There are a few big thank yous we have to give before we start talking about stuff here on the wall. The first biggest thank you is to you guys. So without you, none of this would be possible. Everything you see, everything I'm able to create, everything that Hunter is able to edit and Sparky's able to talk about is because of you guys. So big thank you to you. Second big thank you to Basement Operator. So we funded a lot of this build out, loading of the room on our own dime, excluding the awesome wall from Hold Up Displays and then also some of the awesome tools from Real Avid. So big thank you to both of them, Hold Up Displays and Real Avid. But back to Basement Operator, if you want to find anything on this wall that you like, so say you like this SIG or you like one of the quickie right there, you can find it over at basementoperator.com, and you can also find a build out of this room on basementoperator.com. So if you like the couch, or if you like the tool bench, or if you like some of the tools, now everything won't be linked there because there's a lot of stuff in this room, but the big features are. And if you reach out to me, I will always answer any questions you may have. So if you're like, what's that whiskey that you have in your decanter? Or if you're like, what's that couch that you have? I'll be happy to answer it. Just follow me on Instagram and DM me. And I am shadow banned, so you'll have to look up every single letter in my name for me to pop up. So one of the biggest features and things that we were thinking about when designing this room and laying it all out was, of course, firearm management. And we looked at several other companies prior to Hold Up Displays, but we reached out to them because we thought their designs were the most efficient. They looked like they were the easiest to install, and they seemed to really have everything figured out in terms of, quick install, organizability, customizability. And I can honestly say that I've been very, very impressed with Hold Up Displays. As I had mentioned, Hold Up Displays did send out this gun wall that you see back here. Hold Up Displays has a lot of options in terms of what you want to do and how you want to set things up. They have a bunch of custom stuff, but they do pre-built walls. So if you see like the pre-built wall and it has everything that you want on it, it's really easy to just click that, buy everything, and off you go to setting your wall up. I will say that this wall was incredibly easy to install and actually get built. I had the cameraman behind there, Hunter, and my brother helped me install the wall. We are no handyman by any means. All you really need to do is install the wall with a drill and a level. And It's super simple. You just drill into your studs and the walls hang on there great. They fit together really well. We had no issues with fitment, no issues with lining them up. And once you get the first little bit leveled, it's easy, you just go. And Hold Up Display sends everything that you need with it, other than, like I said, a drill and a level. So we've been fairly impressed with it, and they hold the firearms great. As you can see here, we have several different sections that kind of load out the wall, and we can talk about those each a little bit and why I picked them. So as you can see, we have the wall set up here for a helmet and carrier setup with some magazines here on the side. At the very bottom, we're loaded with ammunition, and then coming up the other side, we have another helmet, my old helmet setup, and then carriers, gas masks, and additional magazines. And then for the bottom row, we have vertical rifle storage. And this was a very, very important feature for me because, as you can see, we have a lot of firearms that we would like to store and to effectively manage and be able to organize and everything. The ability to store these vertically, store these on a wall, up out of the way, and at the quantity that we have, it was a no-brainer to pick a hold-up display wall like this. So each of these sections holds 6 rifles and or pistols, and I think it does a great job. These are super sturdy. They're not going anywhere. As you can see, there's a lot of weight on the wall. Moving up from that, we have our pistol display. So we decided that we wanted to go vertical rifle, pistol, rifle once again. And I mean, I've been very impressed with how well it looks and just how well it's held up. We went with the gunmetal because obviously gunmetal is badass. It accents the black wall in the back, awesome. And then also the little hold-up display holders are all this black finish, which they're super nice and super, I guess, textured. So they hold on to all your stuff really well. And then also the little grips and everything are rubberized, so they hold on to your gun as well too. So overall, I've been very impressed with the hold-up displays wall, and I would highly recommend it for anybody that's looking to accent a gun room or build out a gun room, or if they're just looking to put like a little section up where you want to put maybe 2 or 3 rifles, or maybe you want to do like a vertical and just store 6 rifles really easily. I mean, I'm thinking about doing more just because of how well it works and how effectively you can store stuff easily. So I've been very impressed with the hold-up displays wall. So the next most important part of this gun room would probably be the workstation. So as you can see, the workstation has a little bit of space on it to grow, which is what I was looking for. It's obviously not completely loaded out with tools. Right now it has the essential stuff that I have on it, just wrenches and, you know, random little doohickeys at the bottom and the orange cubbies. But what I really want to highlight is the real Avid vise, which is one of the best vices I've ever used. I've had several ones from, you know, picking them up at Lowe's or Harbor Freight, moving them in and out of my garage. But the real Avid vise has been awesome. It articulates, you can put it in pretty much any position. It's got removable clamps to where if you need to grip something softly, or if you really just need to lock it down, which I think is one of the best features of this vise, and the ability to articulate it in any direction. It's just an awesome vise to pick up, and it's super easy to install, and it's, you know, really nice to look at. I mean, look, gray and red, what's better? Some additional things I think were important also was the setup of having an effective pegboard and just desk in general. The ability to store tools vertically is, you know, unbelievably useful, and just having the essentials there like the wrenches and the Allen keys, and then also the real Avid toolkit, which has literally everything you might want to need for a armor's kit for an AR-15. It has the wrenches, it has the flags, it has the pivot pin stuff. I mean, it has everything you need, and it really helps me when I'm swapping out kit on an AR-15, like if I want to swap out the hand guards or anything. It's super useful, especially if I'm going down to like barrel nuts and stuff where I'm having to torque stuff using their torquing equipment. Really nice, really high quality, and I've been very impressed with it. It's been a massive upgrade from my other stuff, which was just random stuff I found at Lowe's and like Harbor Freight, like I had previously mentioned before. Another key thing that I was looking for was a nice storage cabinet. The storage cabinet I picked up was just picked up at Amazon. It has everything I needed. I'm able to hang my belts in there along with my slings and my gloves and my other chest rigs and plate carriers that I'm not able to store here on the wall. So that was one of the things that I need and still need more of, because I think I'm running out of space for like my little gadgets, like maybe lights and optics and stuff like that. So I'm thinking about in the future adding another tool cabinet of some sort. And finally, for the gun room to be, I guess, complete, was the social space. So the social space kind of serves two purposes for me, at least. One, the first purpose is to please Hunter. So we can take some nasty photos here on the, what's it called, mid-century Hunter? Is that the theme? Is that what? Kind of 70s. Kind of 70s vibe. Kind of mid-century. Yeah, kind of mid-century vibe. I don't know, that's what Landon called it. We wanted to take some nasty photos, so we tried to go with that sort of theme. Obviously, you need the whiskey in the whiskey decanter, and you need the fridge to make sure you have plenty of Celsiuses and Fiji waters that we're not allowing anybody to drink. They're just in there for the aesthetic. And then, of course, Coronas, because we're sensible people. And then, of course, you know, we needed the little knickknacks on the cabinets and whatnot. But the social space was just kind of a dual purpose. So the first purpose was photography, and then the second was to make sure we had plenty to drink and hang out and sit down and collaborate when we're talking about potential videos and whatnot. So that was really important for me. And then also we have the TV, which I don't know if you even took video on, Hunter, but the whole reason the TV is just to have the nods displayed below them. So that's kind of the gist of the room, and it serves the purpose for the YouTube channel very, very well. We're able to pull off all of our photography, videography, and shooting and control the lighting really, really well. Obviously, there's no windows in here, and we're able to do everything that we need to do to give you guys a good quality in terms of what you're seeing and what you're hearing. Oh, last thing. We also set up an overhead rig here, which I don't know how much you can see, if you can see it at all. We're able to do the floating gun photos really, really easily. I think we have some kayak pulleys. Is that what they were, Hunter? And we're able to adjust the guns floating, which are really neat. Hunter takes some spicy pics. We're also able to hang a light from one side and hang the camera from the other side to really control how everything looks if we're doing top-down stuff on this table here. And this table is another thing I really wanted to talk about. I've been a really big fan of. We didn't really know how the white was going to work out, but this table raises and adjusts. So sometimes you might see it a little bit higher if we wanted to bring a firearm up, like this one right here, and talk about it like such, or if we needed to lower it for whatever reason, for maybe product photography or something like that. So the table's been a key aspect in terms of, you know, our work that we do here on the channel.
Pretty much everything came from Amazon except the guns, the gun wall.
Yeah, that's true. Most of this stuff can be picked up on Amazon. If you go to the builds page and you go to the gun room, you see it. There's probably a link, and it's either to Real Avid or Hold Up Displays or Amazon. Most of this stuff was done with Amazon products, and most of this stuff's been fairly nice things, if I had to guess. I mean, I don't have really any complaints about anything other than the couch is not really that comfy. But other than that, we've been real happy with it all, and we hope to be making a lot of content here. We hope to be using it quite often. We're hoping to get some more stuff in front of the gun wall for you guys, so you guys can see things and, you know, have a little bit different background other than woods, which you see most of the time. So because of all the growth and everything, and it's all because of you guys, we wanted to do a small giveaway. When this video airs, I'm going to post something on Instagram. It'll be a photo of the gun room. If you guys want some free merch, all you have to do is go comment. You can comment literally anything. I don't care what it is. You can comment Sparky, Sparky's mom. You can comment Hunter. I don't care. You can go comment on that photo, and we're going to be picking random people to send merch to. We're going to pick a few. If I don't pick you, I'm sorry, but you know, if you comment, there's a chance. And we're just doing this because we really appreciate you guys and all the support we've gotten for the longest amount of time. You guys mean the absolute world to me and my crew. Without you guys, none of this would be possible, and we love making the content for you. Hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure you share. Make sure you check us out on Instagram. And then also, make sure you're checking out Basement Operator for all the awesome builds and stuff we post up there. Once again, big thank you to Hold Up Displays and Real Avid, and we'll see you guys on the next one. As always, take someone outdoors. Peace.